Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be talking about what to do when you're going away on vacation with your greenhouse. So it's the 1st of April and we're getting ready to go away. It's nice weather, not too hot, not too cold. When the shade cloth isn't on the greenhouse, it definitely runs at summer capacity in there, summer temperatures, 85 degrees. The air conditioner goes on, the cooling systems go on when needed. It's all controlled. But what to do when you're actually going away. So there's my shade cloth. It's approximately 50% shade cloth, and I have put that up. It's just up for while we're gone. The idea is to maintain as stable of a temperature as you can. So the shade cloth in the daytime is going to keep it cooler, of course, and at nighttime is actually going to keep it a little bit warmer in there because we want it to be as stable as we can possibly have it. The way the shade cloth is, you can see the vents still work up there. You can see my vents are starting to open for the morning. There's 3 vents, so they open automatically. Those vents are a lifesaver. They are just run on a wax piston. There's no electrical, there's no batteries, there's nothing to fail in them. Touch wood. What else? I have got my summertime blinds up here. Again, that's the south wall, so it gets the direct, bright, sunniest, hottest part of the day. So normally this time of year that wouldn't be up, but it's up as well. And it's quite a windy day, but that's spring for you. So why don't we have another look? We'll go inside and I'll just show you what I've sort of done to prepare. Now there's some vents down here. I've decided just to open one of the vents. What that does is, and those vents are going to stay open all the time. What that does is going to create this sort of convection. So when the vents inside on the roof open, it'll pull cool air from the bottom and let the hot air go up the top. So let's go in now and have a look. It's kind of messy in here because I've been moving everything around, but yeah, so things we need to worry about in here is, of course, the cooling system is going to be the biggest thing. So we've already looked at the roof vents, which are functioning as they should, so we always want to make sure they're functioning. The second thing is the air conditioner is just going to stay on, and it's going to stay on the econo mode. It's on a timer, so it goes off at night and comes on in the morning. There's no point in running it on econo mode when it's not needed. That is a 10,000 BTU air conditioner, and right now it does a check. It's off for 10 minutes, it's on for 2. Off for 10, on for 2. So that should kick off pretty soon because it's not that warm in here yet. If it was to get too warm in here, even with the shade cloth on for the air conditioner to keep it cool, the third venting system is this guy here. And right now it's 75 Fahrenheit in here. If it gets to 86, this automatically turns on those box fans up there and pulls out the hot air. There we go. Now the air conditioner's kicked off, so it's not going to kick on again for 10 minutes. So by keeping the shade cloth on, keeping the temperatures more stable, we don't want really hot days in here while you're gone because the plants are going to dry out. And I have a lot of plants that don't like to dry out. So I've moved a lot of stuff off the 4-foot shelves. This is the 4-foot level here, just above 4 feet. That's where a lot of my nepenthes normally live because it's nice and bright up there. But I've moved them down one shelf because a couple feet lower is going to be a couple feet cooler. I've also put them in trays. So I used just the clear plastic tops to those seed trays and put that clear plastic top in one of these bottom trays, which allows light to go through still, as you can see down there. It allows light to transfer through, but it can keep a little bit of extra water in there. Now we do have a house sitter, and I do have somebody coming in to look after the plants, so they're not completely abandoned, but all they have to do is come in, give this a quick spray with the hose. Any water that is left is not actually going to drain out. It's going to buy a bit of time and stay just in the bottom saucer here. But what happens then if there is any excess water in the saucer, I've got these hanging here and they are going to drip out. The fogger has just kicked on, so that's good timing for that. The fogger is just going to run just like this and maintain the humidity in here. I put the humidity down a few points so it's less sort of strain on it. We're going to go back to my controller here. And there's the humidity, so it's 83% right now, set to 85. so that will go off in just a second. But that will automatically maintain the humidity in here. If it was any later in the year, I would probably put the misting system on above us as well, but I think for now, just to keep everything on the drier side, I don't want water spraying in here while we're gone, so the fogger is going to maintain the humidity for me. And that's hooked up to my reservoir right there, actually. So it has 25 liters of water that it can burn through. Again, this time of year, it's not that big of a deal. There, it's already kicked back off. Being it's only April, it's not that big of a deal. It's really easy to maintain the conditions in here. So, what else can I tell you? Right, we were on this before we got interrupted by the fogger. So these, although they look unattractive, the paper towels hanging out of the trays are going to wick any excess water out of the tray slowly. It doesn't do it right away, it doesn't do it in 10 minutes, but if the trays were to sit with water in, it could potentially rot the roots of the plant. But with these pieces of paper towel hanging over the edge, over the course of 12 hours or 24 hours or 48 hours, it drains the excess water back out of there and it just gets it back to just semi-moist. So I'm going to be doing that with all of my plants. And they're all, as you can see, down a level. The upper shelves are now empty. And they're just down a little bit so that it stays just that much cooler. We don't want any extremes if we can help it. I want to just keep them at room temperature. When I go away, I'm not trying to make these things thrive. I'm just trying to make them survive. So everything is controlled automatically by these guys. Those are the ZoomEd hygrotherms. I have another one over here on the Lowland Chamber. So it's just going to run itself. I stuck the light on top here. It's just kind of wired in place. So you can open the lid. And I think I might put a clear plastic tray under these guys here as well. The Velocias are very, very sensitive to water. So I don't want them sitting in water at all. But it just maintain the humidity a little bit better by having a little tray in there. So I'm going to do that as well. The Lowland Chamber here with my lowland plants in, it automatically will vent. Again, it's controlled by a third ZoomEd hygrotherm thermostat. So it controls the humidity in there and it vents out the top there. So it should be venting pretty soon, I would think. Yeah, here's a view of the inside all shaded. So all the plants are going to get not much water, or they're not going to get much light. They're just going to just maintain while I'm gone. Otherwise, I do have the sensors here, like that guy there. That one is a lacrosse alert sensor, and it actually goes to my phone and tells me the temperature of the greenhouse, the humidity in the greenhouse, the temperature in the Highland and the Lowland Chamber. So I can see everything on my phone while I'm away, which is really nice that way. So yeah, and then of course you can see stuff with the cameras while you're away as well. But that is basically going to be it. I have two circuits in here for the heaters. The heaters are just barely going now because it's so much warmer out at nighttime. The heaters just barely go, but if one heater was to kick off down there, there's another heater that will take over. So I have double the amount of heaters in here that I need to. I actually always have double the amount of heaters in here that I need to, just in case. But you can see it's nice and sunny, and it's still bright, just not super bright. Yeah, so hopefully with these little tricks I've done, I'll be able to go away, have a nice happy vacation, have somebody maybe come in and just water once. Although, you know, it's probably not even going to be necessary, but they're staying here anyways, so might as well take advantage of that. But anyways, I hope you liked this video. I hope this gave you a few tricks and tips on how to maintain a greenhouse if you go away. Remember, the key things is we want to minimize any fluctuations there. You can see the Lowland Chamber is now venting, but we want to minimize any fluctuations. Shade cloth up keeps it cooler in the daytime, warmer at nighttime. The humidity is set to a humidistat, so it will just control itself and everything should be just fine. So if you've noticed any of my previous videos with these little paper towels in the trays, that was just me testing out the sort of system to see if it was going to work, and it seems to be working just fine. But anyways, I will see you after my vacation.